Alright, welcome everybody to our latest edition of Mapping Monday. I'm Len Wilk, and we are going to be getting right back to it. So last Monday we did a lot of work on coastline areas and around all these bodies of water here, all the way up to where we had left off previously, and I think I'm actually in kind of the mood to continue that theme. It's something that is pretty relaxing to handle, and so I should be able to do plenty of chatting. I'm just gonna, yep, that looks good. Looks good. Click on that. Okay. So yeah, I think we're just gonna adjust our brush sizes here. And adjust some of our other more commonly used brush sizes as well, just in case. So, yeah. Just that way down. Okay. Because we might add some mountains or rivers or stuff. So we got our traditional instant coffee here. Just in case I need those. And trees and mountains, of course. So yeah, without further ado, we are going to be zooming in here and continuing our work on some coasts. So let's make sure we got our I just gotta figure out how do I want to approach this today. So yeah, anyone who has been watching for a while might notice a little bit of a change in the background of my camera over my shoulder here and straight back. I'm thinking about like once a week or every couple of weeks changing the wall scroll that I have hanging out in the background. I have more than a few that are in that thin width and long length style. I've also got a few that are wider and shorter. And only the one size will fit in the back corner there. Also, I'm thinking about doing a like a model of the day sort of thing, where I have a different figure every single stream right there. Obviously I won't change out both, because obviously I've got two up on top of my computer right now. But I do think I am going to change out our one to the right there. So I'm also going to add a chat bot command that'll allow people to basically request that it be shown closer to the camera. But I just thought of that right before I started and pulled the trigger on the stream today. Actually, I want to extend this out a little bit. So yeah, we'll see how that gets on. Anyone watching, I appreciate it, even the lurkers. I know who you are. So yeah, we're just going to be relaxing and working on some coastlines today. Trying to make things look a little bit more natural instead of super duper arbitrary lines. Should dip that one in a little bit further. Okay. So hopefully everyone had or is having a good Monday. I mean, I don't claim to know everyone's schedules. But yeah, we're just having a nice, relaxing time this Monday evening. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Take a couple of bites out of there. Obviously, I know in like this very zoomed out form of the map, none of this that I'm doing right now really makes a difference unless it's like really big cuts like that one was. But if someone were to zoom in, then they'd definitely see the changes. Salute, Elar. How's it going? I know I just played some boats with you, so I kind of know how you're doing today. But appreciate you stopping by, as always. Just cut that off into an island. So I will actually have a few things to show tomorrow during the model building stream, because I got my Black Templars on Saturday, and I built a few of them, so that'll be kind of cool. Obviously, we're just doing some coastline work today. I kind of wanted to relax and not have to worry too much about, you know, new terrain features and such. I know, total cop-out. But it was such a nice thing to work on last Monday that it's like, I want to do that again. Let's do something like that. Try and give some of that back. Let's mark out a pretty big river here. We'll add a lake in. Yeah. Obviously, I alluded some big plans for stream the Discord on Saturday, so we'll see how all that develops here in the coming coming weeks. Actually, I kind of wanna come up to that mountain. Yeah, that's cool. Sometimes you just gotta add some life to the terrain. Like this island bit right here, like that's a straight line of coast for, is that like 175 miles? Yeah, when you're making adjustments at the macro scale, so you gotta go back and not tidy things up, be like mess things up. Like this road will basically hug the coast. Yeah. Try to add a tiny bit more back in here. Now here's a more egregious spot. So 220 miles of straight coastline. Okay, I'm actually gonna something like that out. Like the river tool is great, but if you want to add some larger rivers, you gotta, well, I suppose you could just size up the tool, but I mean, I kind of want to cut this whole area off a bit more. Alright. Well, Elar, I hope the students aren't giving you too much grief so far this week. Ah. Perfect. I didn't realize it was spring break. So that's like perfect. So I've already kind of worked on these ones when I put in these roads and towns. So that's kind of alright already. So I'm just gonna do a little bit. I'll probably add a couple more islands in here. That's cool that you have the week off this week. Leaves more time for blasting boats and stuff. Plus, if we need an emergency merc for clan battles, I know who I can call. So I kind of want to extend this a little bit. So once I'm done with this, I guess you could say the landmass connected coastline, I'll start to work on the islands. We'll just see how much we can get done today. I didn't really come into this with a big plan. I still need to figure out what main province that I want to work on next. It'll probably be the Nagakute realm, which I did ever so slightly start to work on last Monday before I started working on the coasts, and just kind of fell in love with like super relaxed map making. So we're gonna extend that out a little bit. Actually, like, no, that's there. I'll use some smaller rivers to connect that out. Little bay sort of deal. Okay. So I am streaming this on both Twitch and YouTube, so if you are on the YouTube side and you're watching this at some other time, I definitely appreciate the views. I don't know where I was going with that shameless plug. Okay. But yeah, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, if you're tuning in on Twitch for the first time for our stream, feel free to give a follow. Doesn't cost anything, definitely helps out the channel. I know most of my regulars are lurkers, and I don't always talk a whole lot, but we're cool to chat with. And I'm always happy to chat with anyone who's willing to put it out there and type a message out. Obviously, I know working on a map coastline is probably not the most riveting thing in the world. At least it's not trees. Now, as far as streams later this week, we do have our Model Building Tuesday stream tomorrow. We'll be continuing to work on our Imperial Knight. We have the legs built, so we're going to be starting the main body tomorrow. So that'll be kind of cool. And I'll be doing, once we're done, I'm going to be doing some size comparisons. And some of them are going to be rather amusing, I think. Of course, I've got no illusions that we'll finish the Imperial Knight build tomorrow. That'll probably be finished next week. I mean, 2 hours is a decent chunk of time, but when you factor, you know, cutting the pieces off the sprue, trimming edges and such, and filing everything down, that 2 hours goes by super fast. So yeah, well, I'm still working out the exact camera setup for the model building stream. Now the main thing, we'll be seeing how we get on next Saturday, because we will be starting the Dark Brotherhood questline. Well, I know what kind of cosplay I want to do, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do like full on with makeup and everything, so we'll see. But we'll definitely be going forward with the plan, because I definitely need to do the Dark Brotherhood questline before I reset my sneak skill again. So this is actually kind of a cool thing to work on here, because I wasn't entirely sure how I wanted to build, you know, this area terrain wise, but this is really actually kind of helping. Because I get to see where some rivers get to go, and really shake things up. So yeah, this is actually kind of a cool little phase of the project to work on. Plus, in the larger scheme of things, it's got to get done sometime. So it's something like that. That. Let's take some bites out of there. But yeah, anyone tuning in, definitely appreciate it. Feel free to chat. I don't bite. I'm always happy to chat about the map, the book I'm writing that goes with the map, etc., etc. Of course, when it comes to that, I will do my best to not do any spoilers. Because I know, even though I don't mind spoilers, you know, I'm just kind of doing coastlines around this big body of water that I created in like the freaking middle, for lack of anything better to work on. My intention last Monday was to start work on this area here in the like north or to the east of Fate, but then I got really sucked into working on coasts. Well, I'm actually enjoying the break from trees. Plus, I find detailing the coasts actually incredibly relaxing. So this is freaking perfect. Because you don't have to be perfect. It's just like click, click, click. It's good. In fact, I should probably shift up to here because I've got these like very egregious, like upwards of 200-mile straight lines of terrain. So, since we actually have surrounded these islands, I'm going to work on them. But yeah, we're feeling it. Yeah, that's as far as I'm aware, it is officially gone. that off. Or should I make this? More like that. So I know I talked with Gunther Rall a little bit on Saturday, but I'm thinking about adding a whole extra thing to my plate. Because it's not like I don't have enough to do already. But I'm thinking about doing like full-on character bio write-ups to post on the Discord. From for character, all the pictures that I'm posting and such. Obviously, I'd do like a spoiler-free version, and have like follow-on pages be because it's not like I don't have too much to do already at all. No, of course. It's not like I've got a whole book to write and a whole map to do. The city map for you to finish. Clan battles. Building Warhammer models. Working on Warhammer lore for my homebrew chapter, and oh my god. But I figure, I mean, if you have a lot of projects, you have a lot of stuff you can be doing. So I kind of like how this is turning out. And we're already over halfway through the stream. Time flies when you're having fun. Cut this off into its own little island here. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry about that. Had to work something out. Our canine companion has to go to the vet tomorrow, so we needed to work out, you know, the car situation. Because currently I am the only one. Well, we only have one car that works between me and my mom, and her car is dead, so she was gonna have to borrow mine in the morning, which means I would have had to do like a carpool to work tonight, which would have been fine. But fortunately she was able to arrange an alternate vehicle for the morning. So yeah, we will, one way or another, we were gonna get the dog to the vet. So we'll all be good. Just gonna try to blitz through these islands a little bit so we get work on the main coastline. Kind of want to chop this one all up. That was very expedient. Sweet. Okay, we can get back to work over here. It's kind of funny, I was a lot more detailed on that side than this side. Ugh. Take that off, thin that out. Yeah, we're already closing in on the end of the stream. Time really does fly. But yeah, if you're watching this later on YouTube, feel free to like and subscribe. I know not always the most riveting content. If you're watching us on Twitch, feel free to give us a follow. Always happy to chat. In fact, chatting with people is probably my favorite aspect of streaming. we are actually making a lot of good progress on our coastlines in this little inland sea area. I hold no illusions of finishing this region today. And we won't be working on coasts next week, because this is the second week in a row of doing this exact same thing. And I do want to mix it up so that it's not just the same content over and over again. Another, if I try here, something like that. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, big plans for the streams, big plans for the Discord. But all things take time, so I harbor no illusions that anything is instant. Like, I know eventually more people will find the channel and tune in. And we'll be able to talk about cool things all the time and all that good stuff. But in the meantime, I really do hope everyone has a good week this week. I know, Elar has an easy week ahead of him, kind of. But yeah, I hope everyone else has a great week. Can't talk, oh my god, and every time I move my elbow, I almost knock over my sprues right over here. I've got Space Marine parts all over the frickin' place right now. Because I got my Black Templars Saturday, my big order. I mean, I've got... I need to finish putting together my Grimaldus. Yeah, I've got a whole little bin of arms and legs and torsos. Then I'll need to trim and put together. That'll probably be my project next weekend. Or one of my mini projects next weekend. Off camera. I don't really want to be spending a whole lot of time building like infantry and such on the stream on Tuesdays. I want to reserve that for the really big models. Obviously, once I start the painting portion of our Tuesday streams, I'll be working on all types of units. I won't limit that to just the big models, because obviously I do need to get practice in painting, so that'll be like starting with infantry and such. course, I do have a bunch of Imperial Guard that I'm not going to use ever. Because I don't like the sculpt on them. Plus, I'm going to be doing head swaps for all my Imperial Guard, and having to remove the head manually is, I mean, it's doable, but kind of a pain. Real pain in the neck, so to speak. So maybe I will use them at some point, but I figure at the very least, if I'm probably never gonna use them in tabletop, they can make very good painting practice models. Kind of like how I used my Stormcast Eternals that I got just so I could have their shields, so I could kit bash some Crusaders, which I was originally going to do with some Sororitas Infantry, but I found a better option in the form of Sisters of Silence. So that's how I'm going to make my Crusaders. Obviously that'll probably be done off camera. In fact, I think we might actually be able to finish. In fact, I'm gonna put something up there. We might actually be able to finish this whole stretch of coastline. Especially if I take some speed liberties. So yeah, we will be painting on the Tuesday streams eventually. Obviously I've got the Imperial Knight to build. And then we'll go from there. Let's see, can I finish this in 10 minutes? We will see. Well, I can always run the stream a little bit longer, so. Do some speed coastlining. But yeah, we'll see how tomorrow gets on. Obviously, we did get the legs of our Imperial Knight complete, so we'll be working on the torso. I do have the pieces cut off from the sprue, but I didn't have any time to trim them at the end of the stream. So we'll be starting straight away with that. Once we get those pieces done and put together, we'll be able to do the armor plating, Then I think it's basically just the weapon systems. I'm going to be going with the form that gives me the maximum number of guns. I believe it was the Crusader, which kind of works since I have Sororitas as my primary army, and I've got some Imperial Guard to include the Baneblade, and now I've got some Black Templars, so Crusader kind of fits. Yeah, we're gonna finish this island up. And we're gonna take some stock of our next steps. And obviously we still have a whole lot to do on the map. Once the full realm map is complete, I'll probably transfer to doing city maps via dungeon draft. So like Sakura Castle, Nagakute Castle, etc., etc. Okay, looks cool. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh, we missed a little bit in here. So we're just gonna do some quick action. Perfect. Okay. Looks good up through there. Looks good. Obviously, I could add some extra islands in now, but we are pretty much at the end of the stream. I might add in a few more of these rivers. I think that's good for now. Let's back out. We did get a lot of coastal detail work done today, so I'm very happy with that. Obviously, we got much more coasts to do before we are done. But yeah, the map is still a... Oh my god. Well, that one of them went... Oh, Jesus. Like I said, every time I move my right arm, I was almost knocking these over, and it finally actually happened. Big surprise. Okay, so yeah. Since I don't want to do coasts 3 weeks in a row, I'm very glad I finished this inland sea area for now. And we will be working on this area here starting next week. For reals. I know I did the few mountains here, but we'll be basically finishing up the realm of Duchess Sanzin and the Nagakute realm. Aside from that, I still need to figure out what I want to do detail-wise in the plains here. I could just leave it plain, but and of course we got so much more to do, but we will get there. But yeah, I think, and part of the reason why I want to do the character bio project is because I can talk more about like their capitals, the various characters and stuff. But we'll see how that turns out. I've already got a Google Doc for one in the works. And it's a kind of a test. But yeah, those character bios won't have... Well, they will have spoilers, but they'll be clearly marked. So, we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, next Monday we'll be going full in on working on this region. Basically from... Basically that is what we're going to be working on next. So, get rid of that for now. And that is just about going to do us for today. At our hour mark, we did a lot of coast progress. I'm very happy with that. And until, obviously, we got the model building stream tomorrow. I got my Imperial Knight legs that we finished last week. So we're going to be working on the torso tomorrow. It's always hard to say how much we'll get done. It is a very big model with a lot of parts that need to be filed and such, but I will endeavor not to work on it off screen, because that would erase the fun of that. But thanks for watching, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Peace.